friend, I'm Dani Walker. Welcome to this episode that's dedicated to the best unplaced swimsuit walks of Miss Universe 2022. If you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing and hitting that notifications bell. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by hitting the super thanks button, shopping in the merch store, or sharing the episode with a friend. And as my special gift to you, please check out the free pageant prep course that is linked in the description below for any of my contestants out there that are preparing for your next competition. Every single year, there are so many incredible performances at Miss Universe, and of course we acknowledge the contestants that earned the right to recompete in that top 16 this year, but also I'd like to acknowledge the ladies that just did such an excellent job, and even if they didn't place in that top 16, I really want to just honor them in this episode. So in no particular order, I'm going to share with you the other performances that really stood out to me. Jamaica. Just how did she not move on in the competition? I don't know. This was one of the strongest performances of the entire preliminary competition, in my opinion. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Other than interview. Look at Aruba. This performance right here just goes to show how tough it is to place at Miss Universe. Just look at her. If she was competing at any other national pageant or a state pageant or a regional pageant, this would have been a phenomenal performance, and it is a phenomenal performance. But it's just so competitive. It comes down to the tiniest things for placement at Miss Universe. I've talked about Panama's walk before, and I said that I think that she had one of the best walks leading up to the competition. I still think that's true. I still think she did an incredible job. It was just a really tough year. So I was like, if they announce her, great. If not, something must have happened in interview, but this is still a great performance. Germany, what happened? What happened here? I really thought that she would place. Honestly, I thought that she was gonna be called into those semifinals, and I loved that idea. I thought that she would be such a great surprise. We rarely see Germany place at Miss Universe, so I was just so excited for her, and then she didn't. And there's nothing in this clip that I can show you that would indicate to me why she wouldn't move on. The only thing I can think of is interview. Cambodia. I have still been rooting for Cambodia for quite a few years now, and I really thought that this performance was great. One thing I think that could have improved it was a different turn. After she showcased that cape, if you notice a lot of the contestants in that top 16, they always had something a little bit extra when it comes to working that cape when they face the audience, and I feel like that could have strengthened this performance. Ecuador, I love her. I think she is stunning, just honestly jaw-dropping. Wow, first of all, but second of all, I thought that this performance was great. I think that one thing that could have been tweaked is that she had held her back pose too long, and we needed to see more of her. We needed to see her face, but that was tough. Honestly, I was wondering, how were the contestants getting cues to turn around? Because I know that they get cues when they're facing the audience, and they know when are you supposed to leave, and when do you move to your next spot. Like, there's a guy for that, but how did they know how long to face the back? Nepal, I have to say, and I mentioned this in another episode, I just thought that she was such a great surprise. Has Nepal placed? I'm not sure, but they have sent some great contestants in recent years, and I've wanted them to place. Oh wait, I think they placed in 2018. Pretty sure. Yeah, they placed. Belize, I want to say that I loved. I just thought that she was so stunning. She's just so gorgeous. I think though that for this swimsuit walk that she was a little bit reserved, and I feel like this walk could have been improved if she just had a little bit more energy and picked up her pace a little bit. Thailand just boggles my mind. How was she not in semifinals? She has one of the best walks. She was so well styled. What happened? I love her. She's stunning. She just had a great performance, definitely worthy of a top 16. I don't understand, and I'm hurt. Mauritius is so stunning, and she kind of reminds me of Natasha Martinez sometimes because of her smile, and then other times she reminds me of Laura Detta, Miss Universe 2000, who is a gorgeous woman. Just wow. Here we are. Solid performance. Loved her, absolutely loved her. One thing that I realized though, when I watched the telecast back, was that her under eye concealer was a little bit light, and you could not tell in person, but you could tell on the screen. And the judges have the screen at their judges table, so they would have been able to see that. Bolivia, first of all, the colors on her, the way that this swimsuit really complemented her cape was stunning. I just absolutely loved her. I think that she is so gorgeous. Love her smile, love her dimple. I really, really loved this performance. She was one of those contestants for me that was on my edge, and if she were to be called into a top 16, I would have just gone, of course she's in the top 16. Philippines, why are you in this episode? Why? I don't understand why. Now, I thought that the swimsuit performance was great. I thought it was so solid, and I thought with a great interview that this would be no problem. My only concern was for gown, and it's very interesting because right after prelims, I texted my mom and I said, what happened to Philippines? Because I feel like throughout the whole competition, she had this great, beautiful aura about her, and she just really stood out. And I don't know what happened on prelims. I can't even put it into words, and I'm still just confused. Angola, I thought she would perform, and in my opinion, she really did. I watched clips of her at her national competition, and I really thought that she just lived up to expectation for me. She did a phenomenal job. Mexico? How? How and why not? I'm perplexed. I don't understand this. I thought that she brought such energy. I thought she was so fun. I thought she was working the facials. I'm upset. Great Britain put so much preparation into her walk, and I have to say that I think that it really showed. It really did. And also stunning on screen. Okay, I don't know who was doing her hair and makeup for the show, but it was beautiful. Her skin looked like just flawless. It looked airbrushed. I just think though that for swim, she needed to change up the facials a little bit. Netherlands? Okay, fitness queen over here. Now I talked about her as a dark horse, and really I still think that she was. I just feel like she was so underrated and nobody was talking about her. I wasn't seeing posts about her during the competition. Granted, she wasn't posting as much as she could have been. So there is that, but she did a great job here. France was a contestant that was not in too many of my pre-prelim episodes, but after I saw her for prelims, honestly, I was very impressed. I just felt like this was a solid performance, and also it was a very like France performance. I feel like the Miss France contestants, they're always very laid back. They're always very reserved. Like they don't do anything too showy, but they still have great performances. Nicaragua, she is just this like light. She is sunshine and she is happiness, and I just feel her when she steps on stage. I love what she brings to the stage. I love that energy. So for that, it was one of my favorite performances. I was very much on the edge about this because I just haven't heard that much about her leading up to the competition, but I was hopeful. I was like, wow, I would love to see her in finals as a surprise. Vietnam, another one. How? How was she not in semifinals? And I've been rooting for Vietnam for several years now. I'm just waiting to see a Miss Universe Vietnam take home the Miss Universe crown. And I don't know what's happening. Don't know what's happening. But I'm still gonna be rooting for Team Vietnam. Those were the ladies that really either surprised me, met expectation, or impressed me from prelims. And I know that they didn't place, but ladies, it is okay, and that crown does not define you. You are still worthy, and there are still so many amazing things that are in store for you post Miss Universe experience, and you will in time figure out what those things are. So keep reaching for those goals and dreams. And everybody watching this, I want you just to see how incredible these women are, how competitive this is, and just what it takes to even get to this point, to even reach this point at Miss Universe and to look this incredible. There's so much time, effort. There's always a team behind these things. So well done to all the teams. Ladies, you represented your countries beautifully. I just cannot wait to see all of you continue to be successful post Miss Universe. So that's all we have for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please check out my other Miss Universe episodes. I created a lot of content leading up to Miss Universe as well as after the show. So stay tuned for that. And if there's anything that I haven't yet covered on the channel that you want to see, leave those requests in the comments below. I always love to hear from you. I greatly appreciate you, and I look forward to creating a lot more content for you in the future.